Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mike Levitsky, and this is where I help you find your voice and make music on the drums. Today we're going to be talking about how to hold drumsticks. Maybe you're new to the drums and you want to make sure that you get it right when you are holding your sticks, or maybe you're just curious about how I hold mine. Either way, let's get into this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how I hold drumsticks. If you ask 100 drummers, you might get 100 different answers on how to hold sticks. Everyone's going to approach it a little bit differently. Everyone's hands are a little bit different size. Everyone's thumb joints are a little bit different. Some people's thumbs kind of bend back. Some, like mine, are really straight. Everyone's fingers are a different length. And so I'm just going to give you some tips on how to approach holding drumsticks. While you can hold your sticks any way that you want, some methods of holding drumsticks are better than others because they will help you have more finesse, more speed, more fluidity on the drum set, and they will help you to avoid injury. I've been playing drums for 20 years, mostly injury-free. I've had a few injuries along the way, and I've learned some things. So let me pass some of that wisdom on to you and get you started right on your drumming career. First thing you're gonna need is a pair of drumsticks. So I have a pair of drumsticks right here. Let's talk about how to hold them. Give yourself a thumbs up. You chose to play drums? Good decision. Thumbs up. Next, you're gonna take your stick and you're gonna line it up with your thumb just like this. Now I play Vic Firth sticks normally, and Vic Firth sticks have a little flag on them about 1/3 of the way up the stick. So you're gonna take your thumb right where the pad of your thumb is and you're gonna put it right onto that flag of the Vic Firth stick. Your index finger then is gonna approach and touch the stick with this joint right here on your finger. So flag with the thumb, index finger on the first joint. So you're kind of looking like this. So I'll try to hold it to this other camera. You're looking like this. The next thing that I do is I pull in my index finger. I bend my index finger while keeping my thumb straight. So it makes this kind of a move here. And I bring the stick into the palm of my hand, just like this. Okay? Now, you can motor the stick or move the stick just by using your index finger like this. Now that might be really difficult for you at first, but eventually, for me, my index finger, especially when I'm playing fast, is really generating a lot of the speed for me when I'm going around the drum set. All right, so I'm using my index finger and my thumb, pulling it into my palm, kind of along this line right here in my hand, and the rest of the fingers are just gonna lay on the stick nice and loose. All right, the motion then, as my stick is laying in my hand this way, is moving my wrist up and down like this. So if I don't have a stick in my hand, I put my hand out like this, and I move my hand up and down, and I put the stick in there, thumb on the side, index finger, rest of them around. It's the same exact motion. My wrist is moving up and down and up and down, and that's how I'm moving my stick.
If you're getting value out of this video, hit that like button, and consider subscribing to this channel for more great content just like this.
The left hand is going to do the exact same thing. Index finger, thumb, into the hand, like this. Now, let's talk about the alignment of the stick. So I like to line my stick up with my forearm. The way that I do that is I point at something with my stick, and you can see the tip of my stick all the way down to my elbow is in alignment, and then I'll pull my elbow straight back and then just kind of lower my shoulder so that the stick comes down to the drum. And when I put my sticks on my snare drum, I'm in about this position. So it's pretty much lined up with my forearm, just like that. And I'm in this position, and I can bend my wrists, and I can play my drum. A couple things to keep in mind. One, you don't want to grip too tight with the back fingers. You actually want them to be fairly loose on the stick so that the stick has room to move around in the hand. The harder you play and the more the sticks move, the more your fingers are gonna move back and forth. You gotta let that hand open up in order to give room for that stick to move. And this is called rebound. And you'll feel rebound if you take your stick and you throw it at the drum, it'll just bounce right back off the drum. So if I open my hand and I drop my stick onto the drum just like this, watch, it'll bounce back all by itself. I'm not doing anything, I'm just letting the stick go. And then I'm catching it. So you're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna use my wrist, I'm gonna throw my stick down, and as it comes back, my wrist will come about halfway, and then my fingers will open just a little bit. So there's this motion, just like this, back and forth. The fingers come open, the fingers close. The fingers come open, the fingers close. Just like this. It's like throwing a ball. Think about when you throw a ball. You take a ball, you take it back, you open your hand up, then you push the ball away and the hand comes down. So you're feeling the ball come up and down. Same thing with the stick. Open the fingers, close the fingers. Open the fingers, close the fingers. Bend the wrist, put the wrist back. So this is how I hold my sticks. This is called matched grip because both hands are matched. And it's roughly an American grip. So quickly, American is sort of like at a 45-degree angle, your hands. French is where your thumbs are up in the air. And German is where your palms are flat to the ground. Now, as you play drums, as you move around, you're gonna move through all of these grips. So I don't want you to be too stuck on like, I gotta play American, or I gotta play French, or I gotta play German. Because for me, I play American on the snare drum, but when I'm going to the ride cymbal, I just flip my wrist over like this, and I end up playing French over here on the ride cymbal. My thumb is up, my fingers are doing most of the work, my wrist isn't moving that much. I get back to the snare drum, I'm in more of a German, close to American. I come around to the toms. When I end up on the floor tom, my right hand is in American grip, my left hand is in full German grip. And so as you're moving around the drum set, allow your body to move a little bit. Here's some things that you want to avoid. You don't want to turn your hand upside down. I see a lot of beginning students turn their hands upside down, palms facing the ceiling. That's not a good thing to do. The farthest you want to go is maybe the palms facing each other. All right, no palms facing the ceiling. No index fingers on top of the stick. You're gonna cause yourself a lot of pain in your wrist, and it's not gonna allow the stick to come up and rebound off of the drums. You don't wanna squeeze the stick too hard in the front, and you don't wanna squeeze the stick too hard in the back. You'll know if you're doing it right because your sticks will be rebounding off your drums. You won't be pressing the sticks into your head, and you'll have a nice, beautiful sound on your drums and on your cymbals. All right, guys, I hope this helped you learn a little bit on how to hold your drumsticks. If you have any questions at all, leave me a comment down below and say, hey, Mike, you didn't talk about this, or Mike, you didn't cover this. And I will be sure to answer your questions. I read all the comments, and I will respond to them, maybe even reshoot this video if I need to do that again. Now, if you're just starting to play drums, maybe you don't have sticks yet. Check this video out right here where I teach you how to choose the drumsticks that are gonna work the best for you. Or check this video out right here. It's just a video that YouTube is recommending to you that you will enjoy, and it's just another great video that I've made for you guys. If you have a friend or somebody that you know who's starting to play drums and they're not quite sure how to hold their sticks, why don't you share this video with them? I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me today.